Everybody, today I'm going to read on Tyler Goodrich. That was a request from some of you, so hopefully we'll get some good information here. A little bit about Tyler, 35 years old, living with a husband in Lincoln, Nebraska. He disappeared in November of 2023 after leaving his job at the Nebraska Department of Corrections, stopping on his way home to get a pizza. Sound like he was planning on having a nice family night, and went home and evidently got into an argument with his husband, or his husband got into an argument with him. His husband was recording the argument, and a lot of people found that questionable. His husband's name was Marshall, as in, well, why are you recording him? It sounded like they were getting a divorce. And when people are getting a divorce, they often record each other, unfortunately, to get information that, they can use for their own, yes, you said that, I've got it right here. So, that doesn't necessarily mean husband's guilty. A lot of people pointed at the husband. Today, we're just going to ask what happened and get what comes out. The husband did pass a polygraph test, and the police don't seem to be really honing in on him, so I'm not 100% sure that he is involved. One thing I will say is that Tyler's father says he must be dead because he wouldn't do this. He wouldn't just disappear. Tyler did have a background of past addiction. So we're going to ask about that because some people are saying, well, maybe all of this was too much. He cracked. He went back to being addicted to substances and doesn't want to come forward because he's embarrassed about that, or maybe not in the right mind frame. Who knows? We'll ask about his mind frame because I didn't put that down. But okay, so we're just going to do our usual, was a foul play accident, left on his own, suicide, or a natural passing. Those are pretty much things that can happen to somebody when they just disappear. So let me just focus for a second, ask for guidance in this reading on Tyler Goodrich, and that we tap into the universal knowledge from above, and that information comes through that will help us understand what happened to Tyler. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to ask is that grainy video of Tyler? They think it's Tyler him. So tell me about that video, because a lot of people are going back and forth on, is that him? Is that grainy video Tyler? That is the Knight of Cups. That is not telling me 100% it is. Knight of Cups is often your lover coming towards you. So that is interesting. Let me ask that just a little bit more for clarification on that. Clarification on who is in that grainy video. I see fish all over that. It's making me think of Pisces. I don't know what their horoscope signs were. Tell me about who would be in that video. Not it Tyler or somebody else? That's interesting because it's a man and a man. So it's like King of Pentacles and the King of Wands here. Two men. It makes me think about Tyler and his lover, to be honest with you. And with that Knight of Cups, it is questionable to me about the video. I'm not 100% sure on that one. I can't say that was Tyler because the cards are pointing me to a possibility of it being somebody else. I'm seeing the wings too, like an Aries. I don't know why the horoscope signs are really coming out to me. All right, let's just continue the reading and see where we go with this. Let's hear about foul play. Let's hear about this being foul play. I always think of that Knight of Cups as like somebody coming to make an apology, somebody coming to make up, someone trying to smooth things over, make things better. All right, tell us about foul play in Tyler Goodrich's disappearance. Foul play. Well, this is somebody making plans and acting on them. I don't like what I'm seeing here, to be honest with you. I really don't. I'm seeing somebody making plans and acting on them. That's the Three of or Three of Wands. That's exactly what it means. I'm going to ask for a little bit more about that. Tell me a little bit more about this making plans and acting on them with Tyler Goodrich's disappearance. Tell me more about making plans and acting on them. I don't like what I'm seeing for Tyler Goodrich at all. Not at all. Not at all, not at all, not at all. I don't like to come on here and like point fingers at anybody. I'm really, really careful about that. But what I'm seeing for foul play is that there were plans put into place, acted on them. And do I have to explain this guy to you? Do I have to explain that even? And what did we get at the beginning? Two men, one kind of coming as a lover, trying to make apologies. Was Tyler seeing somebody else? I mean, it's not looking good. It's not looking good for the whole foul play. I'm just stopping there because I see foul play in the case of Tyler Goodrich. Sorry, but I do. I see foul play. Some people think he was hit by a drunk driver. Let's ask about that. Hit by a drunk driver. Right away, I saw foul play. Hit by a drunk driver, Tyler Goodrich. I don't think so. And I say that because, you know, if I was going to get a knight and they were a drunk driver, I would expect like the Knight of Swords or the Knight of Wands, somebody going fast, careless. The Knight of Pentacles is super, he's the planner and he thinks everything through before he acts. And I just don't see that being a drunk driving situation at all. I'd throw that theory out. I do want to ask about the letter that was sent to Crime Stoppers. I don't know whatever came of that, but I did see them online, the police saying Crime Stoppers got a letter and they were looking for the author of that letter and they wanted to know more about that. So tell us about this letter being authentic or not. Let's see. Tell us about the letter being of significance. And the Tyler Goodrich. The letter holds truth. Absolutely. I don't know what's in that letter. The Queen of Swords is my truth card, and the Queen of Swords says, this is the truth. So you should listen to that letter. Nobody said what's in that letter, but when I get the Queen of Swords, I couldn't get any card more in the deck that would tell me that was true than the Queen of Swords. She is my, she don't BS around. She tells the truth. So I really feel whatever is in that letter is super significant and that the police need to listen to that. Okay, I'm going to ask about Tyler's mind frame. When he left, or did he leave? I don't know. Tyler's mind frame. I'm not even sure that's him on the video, to be honest with you. If it was, there was somebody else and some plans were put into place at that point. There's foul play here. That's what I see. Mind frame. Tyler's mind frame. Tell us about Tyler's mind frame when he left. Well, this is the Page of Cups, and the Page of Cups is kind of a he's a nice guy, really. He's you know, he doesn't want to hurt anybody, the Page of Cups. I'm curious because the Page of Cups is a pretender too, so I will give that, you know, that it feels like he hadn't been heard. I don't know what the conversation was between them, and I guess the lover had it recorded. But it feels like, okay, there's a fish in a cup, right? He's trying to talk to the fish, but can the fish understand him? Can they communicate? You know, it just feels like there were a lot of communication issues when he left. He felt these communication issues. I don't see him being in any sort of suicidal mind frame or I'm, you know, I'm gonna go on a binge or any of that stuff. I just don't see that. I see the communication isn't there and he removed himself maybe from that situation. The Page of Cups is also an actor. I'm just going to throw that out there because I see some weird stuff going on here. Page of Cups is an actor. I mean, he's dressed up in a costume. He's on stage and he's pretending he's talking to a fish. There's stuff I don't love in this reading. I try to be really careful about what I say. I'm being really careful about what I say. Avoid that plans that were put into place. Don't like it. Don't like that the letter's true. Don't like that there's two men involved. Don't like that that first card I got was sort of the lover kind of trying to apologize type deal. Um, there's a lot I don't like in here. Let's ask what happened. Let's just get out there and say what happened. What happened with this Tyler Goodrich? What happened with Tyler Goodrich? We know there were plans in place. The world card I don't love. This could be somebody taking someone else out of the world. We've already got some questionable cards as the 10 of swords popped up already for Tyler, putting plans into place. And then we got this too at that. And this is somebody very fixated on something, very fixated. Pentacles has stood for a bullet for me before. I hate to say that, but it can stand for that. This is somebody also watching things. Sometimes the Queen of Pentacles, you see how she's looking at that. Somebody watching, somebody very fixated. I did get a couple money situations here multiple times. I got the King of Pentacles up there thinking about money. I got when I asked about what did I ask where we got this? Was this our left on our own card, or I can't remember which one it was. Either way, this one was a no for whatever that was, and it was definitely a card which could hint towards money. And now we have another one, the Queen of Pentacles. We're just going to ask to expand on that. Give me some more information on what happened. So we've got somebody sort of watching things. We'd have a card that could suggest he was taken out of the world. I see this guy up here weirdly. He's like calling to me like he looks like Tyler. That's the world card, by the way, if you want to look at it yourself. This is the Rider-Waite Tarot. There's a lot of different tarot decks. Gonna expand on this whole what happened here. What happened here? Yeah, I don't like the cards I'm getting for Tyler. Again, I've got my Angel card. We've got the Taken Out of the World. We've got the Ten of Swords. And we've got this person watching, another queen. Isn't that interesting? Now we have two queens and two cards that represent possibly his passing. So, you know, queen could stand for a woman. Queen can stand for a gay man as well. I'm just throwing that out there because I've seen it. I've seen it. I saw it in that, what's that little girl? The little one that disappeared in Australia. I kept getting woman cards, and it actually was a gay man who took her. So, I'm just going to leave that with you. I'm not saying anything more. Maybe he had another lover. I mean, maybe he did. Maybe he did. We don't know that. Let's ask. Did Tyler Goodrich have another lover besides Marshall? Did Tyler Goodrich have another lover? Did Tyler Goodrich have another lover? All right. Well, here's another 3. You know, we do have a 3 situation of potentially. I would say that is a possibility because we have a 3 here. Why was their marriage breaking up? What was going on? Did the lover have another lover? Did Marshall have another lover? I hate to even put things up here like this because this is so, all this other stuff is coming out, which I normally would not put up. I mean, this is messy. This is messy. That there's money involved too. Don't love that someone's making a decision. Don't love that either. I've seen that again and again and again here. It looks like it was planned. I really don't like what I'm seeing in this Marshall Goodrich. I don't like it one bit. No, I'm sorry. Tyler Goodrich. Why did Marshall come out? I'm just going to ignore that. Where can he be found? Where can he be found? Where can Tyler be found? Where can Tyler be found? is messy. Where can Tyler be found? I would say somebody was having an affair. Tyler, where can he be found? We've got the independent person. We've got all this money again. Single person this is, and is the star of this show. Again, this is really hard to put up. I'm going to put it up because I feel it needs to be said. But I feel very much so. There was a situation of a three. There were three. There was one too many people in this relationship. And I don't know if it was on Tyler's side or on Marshall's side. And there was planning put into place. That letter holds the truth. We've got this very independent person over here as kind of like, it's so messy. It's so messy. I'm just going to ask. Let me ask again where he can be found. We were pointed towards a person. A person knows this. Obviously, a person knows this. They're a single person at this point. Let me just ask where he can be found again for a clue of the actual location where Tyler Goodrich can be found. A clue to the actual location. Let me make that clear. We are looking for a location. A clue to the actual location where Tyler Goodrich can be found. Okay, away from the home. We've got that. We've got this whole scene, which I don't love. It's kind of like the Madeline Kingsbury scene. Tied up, bound, blindfolded. This person's really scared in their thoughts. It's not great. It's not great, guys. Not great. This whole Tyler Goodrich thing, not great. Not great. I'm going to ask for a clue to know where to go. So for those searchers that are looking for him, a clue to know where to go. A clue to know where to go. Clue to know where to go to find Tyler. Clue to know where to go. Well, look at that. Who's the third person in this relationship? We keep seeing him again and again and again, that there is a third person in this relationship. You find that third person, you'll have your clue to know where to go. I'm sorry. The cards are screaming it. I can't keep my mouth shut anymore. It's there. The cards are saying it many times over. All right. Closest known landmark to where Tyler is at this moment. Closest known landmark. Closest known landmark to where Tyler is. Well, that's a lovely card. It's not a good look for Tyler. It's not looking positive. It's not a good outlook. This is the death card. It's not a good outlook for Tyler. I'm sorry. That's what I'm getting. I'm just reading the cards, and that's what they're telling me. Not a good outlook. They keep coming through and saying there was a 3 situation here. Tyler is passed. There was a 3 situation here. Tyler is passed. There's a 3 situation here. Tyler is passed. Look at who's pretending. Look at that letter. Look at who's single now. I don't think I need to. I was going to read about his current physical state, but I've got all these cards telling me he's not alive. How can he be found? How can Tyler be found? Let's just go there. How can Tyler be found? How can Tyler be found? This could be somebody who's been pushed off like a cliff or something. I mean, it is some things came at this person fast. They were trying to defend themselves. We do see some planning put into place in this situation. It's like you got to figure out who was the person behind all this, because there is a person behind all this that's attacking this guy. I don't know. Usually I try so hard not to say these things, but this reading is strong. Strong, strong, strong. Let's ask, will he be found? Will Tyler Goodrich be found? Will he be found? Will Tyler Goodrich be found? I only have 2 cards on that one. It's gonna take a little while. It's like going through, this is like, sometimes I got this for a dog that went through a fence. I'm going through woods. This is going across water. It possibly could be in water. This is I'm hearing like remote. This is moving. This is moving and remote. Let me ask for another hint on about Tyler being found. Another hint about Tyler. Where is he? Another hint. Tyler being found. Yeah, again, they just keep showing me all the bad cards. You know, this is the 9 of Swords. There's a fight here. We see it again. We saw him trying to defend himself earlier. Kind of the things that make up your nightmares. I'm going to ask again about, I just keep getting remote, moved, about a location for Tyler. Any other, we'll ask that next, a location for Tyler, where Tyler can be found. It's very, there's a lot of different spots. That's what this literally kind of says, that you could choose. This could be a card of, this is a card of making choices and making often a bad choice that looks good. There's a lot of cups in this card. It has stood for a card of addiction. It has, but with all this stuff in here, I don't see that Tyler went on some crazy binge. I don't. I just see all the things in these cups, like temptation, something that looks good but wasn't, money, jewelry. It's someone being tempted by all of that. All right, we're going to ask if there's any last, I don't have a location on him. Sorry, I just don't. Last advice to us, and one more after this. Last advice about Tyler. King of Cups, look at a man. Man behind it. King of Cups is often your lover or man you cared about. We're also going to ask, what will I regret not knowing when I close this reading if I don't know it now? What would I wish I had known? It's another one I learned to ask in one of my psychic classes. Yes, I actually do take psychic classes with professional psychics. What do I wish I had known if I stopped now? Empresses also could be someone's lover. And that's even possibly a woman. But in the situation with gay men, it's often men. Now, I just want to reiterate, yes, we all know Marshall was his lover. Yes, we know Marshall passed the lie detector test. What I'm seeing is there's 3 people in here. There's 3 players, okay? So there's another person too. So don't everybody be like, the reading said Marshall for sure, because the reading said there's 3 people in this relationship. That's what the reading said. There is another player, and it all goes back to that letter. I promise you that letter holds the truth. It's a handwritten letter. Whatever that is that the police have, that's true. Okay, that's it for now. This was a plan that was put into place. It honestly looks very bad to me. Um, and there were people behind it. That's the end, what I've got for Tyler Goodrich.